Here we are, there's 5 of us today on this round. We're at Bud, Pell, and Bremerton playing the Reds pads, the quote-unquote easier pads. So we're starting off hole 1. Mikey just threw a thumber with his Infinite Scepter there. This is Kevin Phillips. He threw a thumber with a Color Glow FD3. You guys know him, it's KJ. He's throwing a flex forehand with an Old Felon. And then this is me throwing my D-Line MD. Basket's pretty much straight in front of you. You want it to finish a little bit to the right. I got caught up on the branches there. It was starting to turn over, but the branches caught me. This is Brett. He is throwing a G-Star Orc, if I remember. And yes, that is a mullet. Here's Kevin's up shot. I believe he almost hit that with a zone. Here's Brett flicking up. He was throwing in the Invader, the new approach putter from Innova. Mikey with a good 2 there. KJ went long on his tee shot, and he had two good bids there. So this is my par putt that I hit the top of the basket, the chains, and also hit the cage, and it didn't stay in. So I had a nice little bogey on hole 1 there. Hole 2, Mando left over there. You can just barely see the basket through the woods there. This is a par 4. Mikey just threw his captain trying to get up there. Earlier in the day, he got up there, he said, for a 2. This is KJ throwing his Jawbreaker Buzz just right up to the middle. It's a good shot. You can really break this hole down into 2 different shots if you want. Let's go mid-range, or whatever. Forehand plays really well, too. Brett's throwing his Orc there again. Pretty good shot. So I was inspired by Mikey. I'm letting him influence my game, so I'm throwing my EchoStar DD3 here. Trying to copy what he just did. A little low out of the hand. The shot shape was perfect. If I would have gotten it a little bit higher, it would have been a lot better, but I'm up there. No complaints. KJ's throwing his EMAC Truth here, and we actually have a whole bunch of runs at it here for the Eagle bids. KJ just put a good bid on it with his Truth. Brett's throwing a Compass here, and it's kind of hard to tell, but these are all good runs right here. So Kevin's drive I missed. It actually went in the woods on the left there. He pushed it too far straight. So that's his par putt, or approach for a par. Here's my shot. I'm throwing a Razor Claw. You can just see the basket straight through the middle right there.
Great shot.
And parked it. So here's Mikey's 2 look here. He had a long jumper at it.
Right, you're walking into the...
And then, yeah, we all parked it. We all had tap-ins. So hole 3, it's a little bit downhill. Pretty cool little hole, little just dinker hyzer. Mikey threw his Tomb, parked it. I threw my Rats, and it flipped up flat, and the road to the right is OB right there. And I was actually inbounds by like a foot. It's pretty close. KJ is throwing his Jawbreaker Buzz again. And it hits those trees, and you see it start rolling out, and it continued rolling out. Here's my little framed up putt for a birdie. Count it. And then we had a bunch of tap-ins. So we'll walk out into the field here, hole 4. It's just a nice big crush. I like this hole a lot. Get it up over the hump. Mikey's throwing his Metal Flake Pharaoh. Pretty good bid on it. Was a tiny bit short of the landing zone.
It's all about giving yourself
Okay, just throwing a Destiny, and he got over on it a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Easy 3 from there. Kevin, I believe, is throwing a Thrasher. He's either throwing a Thrasher or a Zeus. And then I'm going back to my old trusty, my 3-line AJ that keeps on trying to run away from me. Go for a big flex shot, put it up in the air, and it comes out just a little bit too early. Hyzer's down the hill there. That's in what I like to call the land of the no looks. So Kevin is actually sponsored by AGL Discs, and this is one of those
It's kind of creepy.
putters. I don't know the name of the putters or whatnot. Magnolia or something like that. They're all tree names, which are pretty cool. This Mikey's look for two. Pretty obstructed. He had to go down to a knee and putt uphill, and I mean, honestly, that was a good run at it. And then we all had some tap-ins and whatnot. So this is an island hole, and Mikey just threw his ruin there, and it actually didn't go in, which is incredibly surprising.
Brett's going for a swim.
And Brett is throwing a keystone here. I believe that was a chameleon keystone, and there's a pond back there. You'll see it on the next hole. And Brett just threw it in the pond, but it was retrievable. We got it back. Kevin's throwing his zone here, and the wind just pushed that down really quick. KJ has got his roach. Giving it a little scare there. Hit the back fence and stayed in. It's only about 180 feet. It's pretty short. I'm throwing my razor claw, and I push it longer than I want to, and I hit the back of the fence, and it stayed in, and it rolled back. So here's the drop zone. Mikey gives it a good bid, little step putt. Kevin with a 2. KJ's eventually going to get over here and tap in his 2. Good putt there. And then I tapped in my 2, and Mikey tapped in his 4. So here we are, throwing over the pond. The basket's right behind that tree in the middle, right there. Kevin is probably about a foot short of acing it right there. That was a AGL mid-range. I forget the name of it. Mikey threw his ruin. KJ threw his buzz. Pretty good shots. Brett's throwing his compass here. I'm going with the razor claw again. And I threw a super good shot right here. This is cool. Yep. So I had a nice little uphill Annie putt here. And I follow up my really good tee shot with a really good run at the putt there. Hit a tree, parked it, whatevs. KJ with an air ball, and then the make. Rest of the tap ins. Hole 7 here. This is a cool one. This is a really tight tunnel shot. Pretty wooded, as you can tell here. I got my D-line, MD, super hyzer flip. Goes up the gut. Pretty good shot, and I put it within about 10 feet. KJ's throwing his lucid verdict here. This is an old run. Little flex forehand, big old skip at the end there.
Nice shot.
Puts him about 25 feet away. Mikey's backhand throwing a Mako 3 here, and he hits that tree right there and kicks him way to the left. Missed Kevin's tee shot. He's just throwing a little approach with his zone there. That's where Mikey's drive ended up. It was one hell of a kick that he got. The kick was probably about equal distance to the drive. KJ's look for a 2, pretty decent bid. Make the second one. Got to prove one of them, right? Hole 8 here, really uphill. Slopes right to left, the green does, and it's pretty skippy too, as you can tell. Mikey just threw a sticky putter and it skipped a little bit. He went with a pier. I throw my razor claw again, completely miss my line and go way down the hill. KJ is throwing a method here. Dynamic discs, newish mid-range. Absolutely parked it. Brett's throwing a frisbee. I don't know what kind that was. I can guess like a leopard, or that was a destroyer. That's right. I remember seeing it. It was a Raptor Ricky destroyer. So I have this is very uphill. You can tell by the angle my foot is there. I give it a good bid, just a little bit short. Mikey for the 2.
Birdie.
KJ wanted to make sure that Mikey knows that he was still out after our putts. Hole 9 here. Pretty short. Basket's up elevated on a stump. And yeah, you just got to hit the gap, and you want to keep it low because the green slopes down away almost.
Oh, yuck.
And yeah, we're making this look pretty easy. This is a hard gap to hit. Kevin just, just hit the walk off, hit it with the walk off.
Thank you for finding that.
With his, I believe that was an AGL putter as well.
I bet it was. I'm such an idiot.
There's my star rat.
All right, Brian.
Push it so you can see Kevin's park job right there next to the stump. So Mikey was early left here. He's gonna have a nice long bid at it. Elevated basket. Through the woods, grandmother's house, and missed it. Good bid though. That was a long run from there. Here's my putt for a 2 right at circle's edge, and I went high, and then corrected and went low. Mikey's drive there was pretty quick. We didn't quite see it all. If I had to guess, I think he threw that splatter tomb. And KJ just threw an R Pro Hydra, which is like a big 5 disc, but he's had it for a long time and he likes it a lot. This is a 5-time Macbeth Luna, one of the pretty rare ones there. And I throw my rat, and I like to keep it low and let the ground do the work instead of airing out, because this basket is very, very, very steep, as you can tell here. Kevin's in the all pokey stuff up there. Good bid there, and he hit the arrow that points to the next tee. Probably put a big old gash in his disc. Mikey with a good bid. And then we had a couple drop-ins. I had a drop-in 2 there. KJ dropped in his 3. So this is a par 5, big old like zigzag, and I don't know what exactly that was. I flicked a PD, and I forgot to let go of it. Gave it a little Richard moment there. There is a tight forehand gap up to the side over there that some people like to take. Mikey, unfortunately, it hit early and then got even more in trouble. KJ flicked a Blizzard Boss there. Kevin just threw a Discraft Archer, I believe that mid-range is that he throws. Mikey trying to go over the top. KJ flicking his Thrasher. The basket's way up there in the sun almost. We were kind of fighting sundown here. It was a pretty late round. We started at 6. So I ended up flicking up to right here, and then I throw my Night Strike 2 FD just to get some distance on it. There's lots of different gaps you can hit up there. Get up and down for a par. Mikey's forehand roller with his wickedly overstable deflector. Big old ramp. KJ's got his Blizzard Boss again.
Yeah.
Little standstill Anheuser flex shot. That was pretty good. Here's my bid for a par. Missed one of my other shots. Pretty bad. So I got a nice little tap-in bogey, and that was Mikey's bid for a par, I believe. So at this point, Brett and Kevin actually left. They left early. They were both pretty tired. So it's just me, KJ, and Mikey. Mikey throws his deflector. He likes to throw really big skip shots. So KJ throws this and sees it skip to the left and was talking a bunch of smack.
Bet it's closer. It's gonna be closer than that. That's for damn sure.
It's not close to mine.
So we're all betting dollar CTPs here.
How much you want to bet? $1?
Dollar.
Okay.
$1 on yours too.
That was all recorded, right? So we're walking up, watching KJ throwing his truth. Thought he got a huge skip.
Oh, shit.
It literally just bounced in the air.
No, it's gross. It's gross. Where I'm at.
That right there is KJ losing $2.
$2. Oh yeah, you're terrible.
Yeah.
Give Mikey some daps for winning $1 right there. KJ actually almost threw it in. It was like he had to do like a Anheuser flick with a putter. Mikey's look for a 2. He ended up going long. Here's my look for a 2. This is the bush that everybody's always in. This is Mikey's nemesis. I hit the top of the basket, hit the chains and the cage, and it went in. So in future videos, you'll see that bush is Mikey's nemesis. I'm sure he'll be in it again. He always is, but he was able to conquer it the other day. Get the birdie when he's in there. Yeah, that shot.
Yeah, that's OB.
So
What are you doing?
Mikey threw a verdict, and it hit the big old dead stump that when you hit it, you know, you pushed it too far, and it just sounds like a giant bass drum.
Keep going left, look OB.
Still a good shot. He just pushed it a little bit too deep. He wanted to hyzer before that. KJ threw his destiny and just wanted to go make sure that it was OB, I guess. I throw a big germ Thunderbird here, and I get the absolute best drive that I can ask for, way out in front of all the stuff. So here's KJ digging through all of his frisbees, taking out that felon. Just going to go backdoor here. OB's on the left there, all the way up the road. Those were Mikey. And that big old dead stump right next to him was the one that you have to have missed that. Like, it's pretty difficult to get a good drive, a good reaction off of that. But it does sound pretty cool when you hit it. I don't know what Mikey threw. KJ just flicked a justice and parked it. He hit the pole. I don't know if you heard that. So here's my drive. The best drive I've had probably. And then, yeah, I had another shanked forehand. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Big old waste of a shot. So, and then Mikey ended up getting a par. KJ tapped in his par, and then I ended up bogeying it because I missed my par putt from OB. Hole 14. This is a gettable par 4. You can get a good run on it, and you can two it. KJ threw his destiny right in the middle of the fairway. Nothing wrong with that at all. Mikey's got that metal flake faro flipped up really nice for him. Riding long and straight.
Pushing for straighter.
So I got my 3-line AJ destroyer and early released it. Still got some distance, but just an early release.
You grip.
So here's Mikey's look for a 2. There's OB left and behind the basket. Gets a stepper and cans it. Great putt. Highlight 2 there. Nice eagle. And then I ended up throwing a forehand roller from the bush that I was in and parking it. KJ threw his upshot and parked it as well. So as a threesome, we finished that hole 4 down, which was pretty sweet. Mikey threw a giant spike hyzer with his verdict. I'm throwing a Claw Glow MD3. KJ has got his Jawbreaker Buzz here. This is starting to get beat up. This is starting to flip up nice and flat for him now. Here's his look for a 2. Still hyzered out a little bit. Great putt. Mikey with a 2. And I had a tap in. Don't got to bother recording the tap ins. Hole 16, this one's cool. Just a big old hyzer shot. Mikey's throwing his verdict again.
Way short.
Came up a little short. KJ's throwing a C-line FD here. And just absolutely smashes it. A little bit too wide. So I'm throwing my 2020 Sexton Firebird here. I like to throw a Firebird on this hole just to take the thinking out of the equation. If it's windy or whatever, I throw it the same speed, same arm speed, same angle, same everything. Doesn't matter if there's wind or not. Mikey's look for a 2. Boom. Automatic. It's KJ's bid for a 2. Nice little stepper. Tiny bit low. Here's my bid for a 2. About 22 feet probably. Uphill. Count it. Hole 17, nice little Anheuser shot through the woods here. And
Quitter.
KJ actually rolled his ankle on hole 3, and it had been bothering him all day, and here's him limping off. So we start out with 5, and on hole 17, it's just down to me and Mikey on hole 2. So I threw my D-line MD here. I wanted to yell 4 just to scare KJ as he's walking off. Mikey threw his Opto Pure And he went a little bit long in the basket. There's my park job right there. Mikey's got a pretty tough putt here and just barely misses it. So this is a shot. Yeah, this is severely uphill, and Mikey got up the hill once with a forehand roller with that deflector. And just for fun, he's been trying to do it every time now. Well, it's severely uphill. This is a star road runner from me. Just get it up the hill, name of the game.
Yep.
Mikey got pretty much 3/4 of the way up the hill pretty much, and now he's trying to flick his infinite tomb in. Left it a little bit low. Look at that sunset. Bud Pillow's got some nice sunsets. Silhouette of the mountains there, and here's my tap in for my 2. Finished the round off pretty good. Mikey got his 3.
Wow.
And we're gonna see that me and Mikey closed the park down.
Whoa, what a savage. Doesn't even tap it in.
Sun was going down. It's getting pretty dark. My car and Mikey's car. There's nobody else here.
Nobody here.
Like and subscribe, guys.